Elite Facts presents
7 secrets that bodybuilders don't want you to know.
7.
More often than not, they get carried away with their workout schedule. Well, no duh, most bodybuilders don't know when enough is enough. Take competitive bodybuilders, for example. Competitive bodybuilding is an extreme sport, and people often go a little too extreme with their training. Most sensible bodybuilders tend to train for 1 to 2 hours a day, but it's not uncommon for people to complete multiple sessions in a 24-hour period. Breaking down a bodybuilder's workout, you've got a typical day that involves 30 to 60 minutes of cardio first thing in the morning, followed by 1 to 2 hours of weights in the afternoon, and another 30 to 60 minutes of cardio afterwards. This is all while holding down a full-time job. Yeah, we'd imagine your boss won't be too happy with you going out on your breaks to do cardio and coming back to work late and sweaty. But you've got to give them credit where credit is due. These bodybuilders are extremely dedicated to their lifestyle.
6.
Don't skip leg day, aka cardio. Have you ever seen that episode of King of the Hill where Bill starts hanging out with bodybuilders and training with them, but none of them seem to care about leg day, and so they all have twig-like legs? Yeah, as funny as that is, there are bodybuilders who regularly skip out on leg day, and their legs are just like that. If a bodybuilder tells you not to waste your time with cardio, kick him in his twig leg and go for that walk. As long as you do some form of leg work, you're at least keeping balance between your upper body and your lower body. As long as you do some form of leg work, you're at least keeping balance between your upper body and your lower body. Don't bother debating whether steady state or high intensity interval training will burn a few more calories. Use both, on different days, of course. That's where the practicality test comes in. Let's say yesterday was leg day and a quick 20 minutes of HIIT would kill your already tortured quads, but an hour of steady state won't work. Instead of this, skip the gym trip and take a fast half-hour walk around the block. Seriously, you don't want to be that guy at the gym who has an amazing torso, but you look as though your legs are going to give away at any minute.
5.
You are only human. Gee, it's not like you already knew that or anything. No, what we mean is, just because bodybuilders look as though they're superhuman doesn't mean they actually are. They might have gigantic muscles, but they're far from being as strong as the Incredible Hulk. Pillar of strength and highly trained athlete though you may be, you will most likely suffer the same emotions that many other regular people deal with. Because of this, you'll need to distinguish true physical hunger, brought on by a below-maintenance calorie intake, from emo hunger, the emotional urge for the comfort of eating during times of stress, a shredding diet itself being a source of stress, or the needs of habit, a pizza during your football game, for instance. Learn to recognize when the urge to eat is driven by something other than the biological need for nutrients.
4.
Don't listen to bodybuilders when it comes to supplements. More is not always better. There are a million different types of supplements, and just about one for everything you can think of. Now, you'd think that more options for supplements would be better for your bodybuilding journey, right? Well, not quite. The reality is, the less you take, the better. Every supplement you take is more for the body to digest, and you're most likely taking more than the body can absorb. You want to get most of your vitamins from real food sources, but there are some that you can't obtain without going over calories. That's why supplements are so popular, because they're convenient.
3.
Intermittent fasting will work wonders. Basically, that means skipping breakfast. Now, before we go any further, do we recommend skipping breakfast? Not really. But if you want to see and feel the effects of your bodybuilding efforts quickly, then intermittent fasting may be for you. Emerging research has proven that going without food for a minimum of 12 to 14 hours, usually between your last feeding in the evening and lunch, is great for burning fat while preserving muscle. Combined with the morning cardio of your choice, fasted obviously, you won't find a better way to lose fat. And practical, you have the added benefit of one less meal to prepare, and the cost savings add up too. It takes a little getting used to, but it becomes easy after a while. Just try not to overdo it with the fasting, alright?
2.
It's more about nutrition than it is about working out. Yeah, and you thought all the effort went into the workout, didn't you? To put it into perspective, nutrition is about 80% of the bodybuilding game. The other 20% is the actual working out. Crazy to hear that, right? You have to eat the right amounts of the right types of foods on a regular basis. We found that most people eat about 3 times a day and snack in between. We've been taught and trained since we were children that eating our 3 square meals a day will keep us healthy. Research has shown us that if you eat more frequently in smaller portions, your body will utilize the nutrients of said meal more efficiently. Most bodybuilders, like The Rock for example, will shoot for 5 to 6 meals a day, spaced about 3 to 4 hours apart. Of course, this doesn't mean you can eat McDonald's 6 times a day and be healthy. You want to get your macros dialed in to begin with. You can either try to do it yourself, which is where so many people fail, or you can have a professional do it for you. But yeah, working out isn't even half the battle. It's not even a quarter of the battle. It's all in the nutrition, people.
1,
Protein powder isn't their preferred meal. One of the most common things asked when talking to either a bodybuilder or a nutritionist is, what kind of protein do you take? Okay, let's get one thing straight here. Although most bodybuilders like their protein powders and it's quite useful in their journey towards building a better body, they love protein from organic sources even more, things like meat, fish, poultry, etc. The reason real food beats powders is because of the complexity of the protein. Real food offers more nutrition than a shake will. Yes, you can supplement more into your shake to make up for what you're lacking, but that's more work for your body to do before it gets the benefits. Also, on a more obvious note, real food will also allow you to consume your complete proteins, which is all 9 aminos that make up a protein. Now, in all fairness, shakes are great for lowering your calorie intake, but shakes should only be used as a supplement and not a meal replacement.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more elite facts.